Hi everybody, welcome to the Midweek Energy Check-in reading. Thank you so much for being here as always. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're not, a massive thank you for returning. I'm truly grateful. Right, let's get on with the reading. This is the past, present and future energies for each zodiac sign, which will be time-stamped in the description box below. You just simply need to press on the blue number next to your zodiac sign and that will pop up your message. Please also remember to check out your moon and rising signs, as that can give a better overall picture. Right, that's out of the way. Let's go on. We are starting with Aries, and we're time-stamping Aries at, what are we doing? 0040. So welcome, Aries, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. We are going to finish on an extra message from the Angels and Auras deck. So past energies, please and thank you for Aries, is the Tower. The energy you're sat in at the moment is the Nine of Cups. Your future energy is the Star card. And what they would like you to embrace more of is the Knight of Swords. So the Tower as a past energy, the Tower is very much about big change, things that have happened that, it has left a bit of a, like, oh my gosh, could have, what, I wasn't expecting that kind of energy. But when we see the Tower, it is always because either, things have got to a stage where, the universe has forced you to change, or you're just like outgrown something, or just thought, right, now's the time to change things up. Maybe with the start of the new year, there's some sort of energy that you're thinking, right, I'm really going to get my teeth into something now. This needs to change. This is what usually because the foundations of a relationship or a job or however it may resonate has crumbled, and you know that in order to start again, you've got to tear down that old belief system even and rebuild something. Now, the Nine of Cups is how you're sitting at the moment. So whatever that change you've decided on was the right one, because the Nine of Cups is sitting very contentedly. It's cups, so it's relationships and friendships, matters of the heart. And this card comes about when we sit in the energy of what we want. So rather than say, this is what I want, and then you sit back and wait for it to happen, because that ain't never going to happen. The Nine of Cups encourages you to sit in the energy of what you want. So if you want that new house, you know what? Dream about it. Write down what colour front door might you have? What will you have in your garden? How will you decorate your house? This is very much about being in alignment with what your heart really desires, and that's how you're sitting at the moment. And I love this. This is like wish fulfillment card. So whatever that change was there, I think whether it's mentally or physically, you're quite happy with that change, which is good when we see the Tower. Now, interestingly, you've got the Star card. Now, I have coloured in these cards, and unfortunately I just can't bring myself to colour in the Star card because it's just too beautiful. Because we have to cover up their bodily parts. But anyway, the Star card is what you're actually now going to be stepping into. Interesting, as I said, this always follows the Tower. So when there's big change, the universe says, well done, pat on the back, now it's time to heal from it. And this is about you really realising, I think, that it's time for you to spend time on you. Look at what your heart's desires are. You're obviously doing it with that Nine of Cups, and spend time actually recharging your batteries and realizing then what your true north is, because the Star card also has the North Star, or this star of guidance on it, and it's like a bit of a revelation going on here for you. Now, the Knight of Swords is your advice card, what they would like you to embrace more of. The Knight of Swords is very much a call to action and quick, really fast thinking ideas. Very much the card of don't keep talking about it, do something about it now. So there is something about you embracing these ideas, these changes, and actually putting them into action. So let's finish on an Angels and Auras card for you, Aries. What's the final message, please, and thank you for Aries? And we have... it says focus on your health, your wellness, your active, your radiant, and your nourishment also. So maybe it's a bit of a separate message, but perhaps that's what the Star card is representing there. There must be a focus on your health, especially if the Tower was a little bit stressful. We do need to as I say, sit back and recharge your batteries. So yeah, the focus next week for you, the energy is also about your health. So I hope you enjoyed that, Aries. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you as always for watching, and we're moving on to Taurus. let's have a look at Taurus. So we're time stamping Taurus after a quick shuffle at, what are we doing? Oh, 5:10. So welcome Taurus to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is the usual past, present, future energies and what they would like you to embrace more of. And also we're going to finish with an angel and auras message. So all of your reading will be time-stamped in the description box below. Just click on the blue number and don't forget to check out your rising, your moon and rising signs also. It gives a bigger, better picture sometimes. Anyway, let's get on, Taurus. Taurus's past energy, please and thank you, is the Two of Pentacles. Your present energy is the Three of Cups. Your future energy, what you'll be stepping into, is the Ace of Swords. Love that. Okay, and what they would like you to embrace more of, Taurus, is the Hierophant. Now, the Two of Pentacles as the past energy. I like the Two of Pentacles. I think it's a very positive card in the deck. Some tarot readers think of this of, you know, you're struggling to balance things out. I don't see that, because whenever we see the Two of Pentacles, we have a blue sky in the background, and we have to take note of colours on tarot cards. It gives you an indication of the energy of the card also. Now, this blue sky, to me, it means like you have actually done a cracking job of juggling two situations. Could be the financial situation, but whatever it is, you've been very successful at it, and you feel like there's some sort of balance now with that to be had. For me, the Two of Pentacles is also about work hard and play hard, and I can see that, you know, how you're balancing this out by your next card. This is really good. Congratulations, Taurus. Love that for you. Now, the Three of Cups is how you're sitting at the moment. So to me, again, with that Two of Pentacles, I just feel like you found a really good balance between your work life and your social life, because the Three of Cups is about you reaching out to friends, having good times. These are people also that celebrate your success. These girls here, and this isn't a gender associated, by the way. They're just in the energy of having fun. They've got pumpkins at their feet. There's their harvest, and they're celebrating a harvest. So it's like a real good, you know, people are celebrating your success almost here too, and just wanting to be around you, which is lovely. It's like you found your tribe here, Taurus. Great cards. You're stepping into the Ace of Swords. I feel like, you know, from this collaborative energy with this Three of Cups, you've gone out, you've reached out to people, you've networked a little bit more than perhaps you would. The Ace of Swords brings in mental clarity, it brings in an idea, it brings in focus for a project even, or just, you know, now you're really set on what what you're going to be focusing on for 2026, maybe just for the week. But it's lovely. It kind of clears the air about something. Maybe there was something to do with some people that you're around, and it's like, yeah, I just feel like you really, there's a fresh focus on something there for you that you're stepping into. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant is about marriage. It's about high levels of commitment. It's about teaching. It can be about spreading the word about something too. You know, if you are a spiritual leader, for instance, or you're on a platform where you have the ability to teach others, it's kind of like, yeah, we're going to clarify that, because as I say, the Hierophant for me, it does hold quite a few messages. Ace of Swords, that could be an idea that you're thinking, actually, I wouldn't mind going into that sort of teaching element, that guru energy. Let's have a look. The Hierophant. Why do we have the Hierophant here for Taurus? That's clarified by the Nine of Swords. Now, the Nine of Swords is about facing your fears. Oh, I wonder if this is about commitment. It's like a decision now, perhaps with that Ace of Swords, that, yeah, actually now, you know, I need to reassess the commitment, whatever it is, however that resonates for you. Maybe you need to put more commitment into something. But the Nine of Swords, clarifying that, it kind of says that whatever this is has been on your mind, and what they'd like you to embrace more of is facing what is on your mind rather than taking it to bed with you. So let's finish on an Angels and Auras message, final message for Taurus. So lovely cards, Taurus. What's the final message for Taurus? Please and thank you. We have You're Ready. Momentum, validation, encouragement, and prepared. You know, I love these cards. Don't they just remind you of the children's reading, learning books back in the 70s. They do for me anyway. You know, the Peter and Jane, or I don't know, I can't remember. But anyway, do you know what I love about this card? He's taking his stabilizers off. It's like, yes, you're ready, Taurus, for something now. Oh my gosh, I love these cards. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Have a wonderful week, and I'll catch up with you next week. Thank you as always. Right, let's crack on. I try not to say crack on to Gemini. Let's find out for Gemini. Moving on to Gemini, and time stamping at 10:33. So welcome, Gemini. Oh, my pen's running out. Welcome, Gemini, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you, as always, for being here. This is your past, your present, your future energy, what they would like you to embrace more of. And we're going to finish with an Angel and Auras message, a message from the Angel and Auras deck, I should say. Please do also check out your moon and rising signs, as that can give a bigger picture on things, and also your weekly readings that I also publish every Saturday and Sunday. Right, let's get on with this. So Gemini, your past energy is the 10 of Cups. Your present energy is the Sun. Wow, talk about getting better and better. Your future energy is the Death card. What they would like you to embrace more of is the Page of Pentacles. So the 10 of Cups is your past energy. This is telling me that, you know what, you've probably had a lovely settling time at home with the ones that you love. Everybody feels happy, perhaps because it was Christmas and New Year and you've had some time to spend with people that you really want to be with. This is everybody just feeling content, sunshine and rainbows. And I know this sounds very like, oh yeah, right. But you know what? It depends on your outlook on things, and if you practice your gratitude. Now this tells me you probably have been practicing gratitude and just being thankful for the small things in life. What you're sitting as at the moment is the Sun card. This is giving you such confidence, this 10 of Cups, to sit very confidently and looking at something very, very positively, almost like a new beginning. It's like the sun is shining and highlighting something for you at the moment. And I want to say a bit of a ta-da moment. Now, the Death card is what you're stepping into. This kind of like feels to me that the Sun card is giving you, as I say, a bit of a ta-da moment to encourage you to stop something in order for something new to come in. There's like a real refreshed energy for 2026 for you here, Gemini. Really, really love it. Usually when I get major arcanas like that, I do like to clarify. So that's what we're going to do. But I'm not going to do it on the Sun card because I just feel like what you're doing at the moment, you've come from that 10 of Cups and it's like, yes, now I'm on a roll. Now I'm feeling positive and I can really put, you know, shine a light on everything for me. Every aspect is feeling, you know, great. There's growth. I feel revitalized. The same maybe because you've had a bit of a break. Now we're going to clarify the Death card. What are we putting an end to here? The Death card. But remember, the Death card does come because, you know, things need to come in for you. That you need to make room for something. Oh my God, I just got the vision of a dentist removing a wisdom tooth so that the other teeth can come through. Don't ask me why. Anyway, Death card, why are you here? We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, it kind of opens up new pathways for you. I feel like, again, you know, you've come to a Y in the road, perhaps with the Sun card, and it's like, right, okay, I can do it and I will do it. And then there's this Two of Swords with the Death card. By stopping something, it's like, oh, there's actually two options I can go now. I've got, you know, two pathways I can choose. And you know what, Abraham Hicks, being a tarot card reader, by the way, when you listen to things, you tend to get a tarot card drop in your head. And I remember her saying before, somebody was asking her, you know, I've got these two choices. How do I know which one to pick? And what she said was, just choose one and see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, then you go to the other one. You know, and I know that sounds very simple, pimple, but that's what the Two of Swords reminds me of. At least it's just as long as you choose one and go with it. You know, also the Two of Swords, they have a blindfold on. The reason for the blindfold in tarot is to trust your intuition. So you will be guided as to what needs to finish here in order for something new to come in. Now, the Page of Pentacles is what they'd like you to embrace more of. This is a very studious energy. The Page of Pentacles is somebody or an energy of, right, you know what, practically speaking, I need to perhaps take, you know, steps towards this now, rather than just thinking about it, rather than just, you know, Don't get me wrong, sitting in the energy of gratitude. Now you've got to take the tangible steps towards doing it. Now, the Page of Pentacles often is related to going on courses, learning something new. Really love that for you. So it's like encouraging you to open up and broaden your education on something here. Now, the Angel and Auras energy, oracle cards here. Let's see. What's the final message for Gemini? And I'm so drawn to you. And it is have confidence. Wow, you can't make that up. Look at that card. How gorgeous is that? Have confidence. And I do feel like you have the confidence with that Sun card, Gemini. It's like you've got a confirmation of something going on there. And it could be that, you know, you are associating with a Leo. The Death card is attributed to Scorpio. It could be putting an end to somebody who's a Scorpio there. But anyway, it's that have confidence, there's strength and balance, be prepared, but it's also a very tranquil energy. Oh, look at that. And right in the center of her scales, if you like, is her heart. So it's like you got to follow your heart's desires too there. So I hope you enjoyed that, Gemini. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you as always for being here, and feel free to check out any others, you know. Carry on listening. Right, let's have a look. We are moving on to Cancer. Time stamping Cancer at 16:27. Welcome, Cancer, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, what they would like you to embrace more of. And we're going to finish with an Angel and Auras message. Oh, there we go. Now, please also feel free to check out your moon and rising signs, as well as your sun sign, because that can often give a bigger, better, or more, you know, overall picture of something. Right, your past energy, we have the Strength card. Eight of Swords is how you're sitting at the moment. Your future energy is the Three of Wands. And then what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Emperor card. I think you got the Emperor. I'm not sure, actually. I was going to say, I think you got the Emperor in your weekend reading. So please do go and check those out too. Right, Strength card tells me that you've come through quite a battle. You've been very courageous. That's something that's really, you know, is giving you food for thought also on how to talk, how to conduct yourself. It's about being... maybe having a little bit of shadow work going on here, or mirror work too. It's about being very calm also, having a calming effect on somebody without going in raging like a bull. That's what this is making me feel. You've been the person of, what do I want to say? You've been the person that's been there for everybody, despite your outer, you know, how you're feeling. Does that make sense? This is very deep for me, actually, Cancer. The Eight of Swords is how you're sat at the moment. So the Eight of Swords, I don't know if the Strength card there, what that's done for you because of this energy here is perhaps making you feel like there's no room for movement here at the moment. Mentally, you're a little bit tied to somebody. You're feeling perhaps a little bit talking yourself out of something. I want to say to this, Cancer, is that whilst you've been very courageous and strong on the outside to everybody, deep down at the moment, you're actually feeling like you could do with a little bit of help yourself. You know, the Eight of Swords is very much about self-sabotaging. It's putting hurdles in the way of things. You know, the energy of this card is a little bit negative, if you don't mind me saying, but it's because you're feeling perhaps a little bit tied to somebody or something. Now, the Three of Wands is, I really like this for you, is the energy you're stepping into. So you're certainly coming out of that Eight of Swords, which is great. It's like you're removing those ties. I want to say you've reached out to somebody, or you're helping yourself in some way, shape or form at the moment. Perhaps you're working on your mindset, because the Three of Wands is, you know, the energy of what can I do that's bigger and better? Surely there's a little bit more to life than how I'm feeling at the moment. This is broadening your horizons. And also, you know what this card makes me feel like? You know when you see an aeroplane in the air, because you can see he's watching the ships out there, and he's like, I can do that. And then you see an aeroplane in the air, don't you think, I wonder where they're going? Oh my gosh. And then you just start to get a bit carried away. I love this. This is like you realizing that, yeah, there's a bigger world out there. There's a new adventure to be had here. Love that for you. Now, the Emperor is what they'd like you to embrace more of. The Emperor is very stable, very sure energy, very roll the sleeves up, I'm in control. Very disciplined. Maybe there's a little bit of discipline, self-discipline to be had here with that Eight of Swords, in as much as, you know, working and taking time on your mindset. The Emperor is also very organised and in control. It's like, it's time for you to put down what your desires are with that Three of Wands. Because I feel with that Eight of Swords, perhaps that's what you're talking yourself out of. You know, that you can improve yourself. You can, what's the word? Expand. Let's just do a clarify on that Emperor, please, and thank you for Cancer. Ooh, you got the Empress. Clarifying the Emperor. So this is really interesting because obviously the Emperor and the Empress are a divine counterpart in the tarot. So you not only have the King of the Kings, you have the Queen of the Queens. And it's like an energy of, right, you know how strong you are, Cancer. Now the Emperor, yes, he's very strong. He's very male energy. So it's like you're playing both roles here. So you not only have to be the disciplinarian with yourself maybe, or with other people around you, but the Empress also sits back and is very feminine in her energy. She's very trusting of the universe. So it's like there's a balance to be had here with your energies. And I always see Cancer as the Empress because I very much think of you as the Queen of Pentacles too, because the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress are very nurturing, very open to new ideas. So there's like, you need to be open to new ideas with that Three of Wands, but also with the Emperor, have that determination and discipline to see it through. Wow. Very strong reading there for you, Cancer. Right, let's have a look. What's the final message, please, and thank you, from the Angel and Auras? We have self-respect and worthiness, Cancer. We have, look, there's these lovely key words here, all written in gold. Angel, leader, Emperor, brilliant, confident, beautiful. It's like you need to remind yourself of how good you are. Those little affirmations that you could, you know, perhaps pop in your head every now and then. Self-worth, affirmations, independent and motivated. That's your energy card. Absolutely love that for you. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you, as always, for being here. And feel free to check out any other readings. I'm grateful for however many you listen to. Anyway, let's get on. We are moving on to Leo. Leo. Just to mention Leo's reading. Oh my gosh, talk about, I can't believe at this point in time there's about 5,000 views on your last week's reading. So please feel free to check it out if you haven't already. Amazing, thank you. Right, let's get on with this. So time stamping Leo, which you're not going to hear what I just said. So I'm going to say it again. So 2357. Welcome, Leo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Now, just before I start the reading, I was just saying, and I just realised I hadn't time-stamped you, so you won't have heard it, but your weekend reading has absolutely flown. The views on it are about 5,500 as I'm now doing this reading for you. So please feel free to go and check it out if you haven't done so already. And this, just to explain, is your past, your present, your future energies, what they'd like you to embrace more of. Also, please feel free to check out your moon and rising signs to give perhaps a bigger picture. Right, okay, let's get this on the road. This is your past energy. We have the Queen of Swords. Your present energy, Three of Cups. Taurus also got the Three of Cups in the same place. The Chariot is your energy you're stepping into. And then the Ten of Cups is what they'd like you to embrace more of. Lovely, lovely cards, Leo. So the Queen of Swords. This is the energy you're just coming out of, and this is about you being really forthright, you know, really making things crystal clear. There's absolutely no grey lines with the Queen of Swords with her communication. She's very assertive. She cuts off ties with people that don't serve her. She's not got time, and she doesn't really want to waste her energy with those that are not really on the same page as her. And she's not afraid to tell them either. So it feels like you've really set some boundaries here on being incredibly assertive with your mindset and with your communication of what you really want. The Three of Cups is how you are at the moment. Now, this could be because of the Christmas and New Year period. You know, we're still sitting, celebrating, relaxing, reaching out to friendship groups. But this is also about you realising your tribe, you know, and spending time with those that, again, that's what the Queen of Swords would do, kind of like cherry picks who she wants to spend her time with, and nothing wrong with that. That's about boundaries, having very clear boundaries. So I love that you know, there's an element of success here and other people celebrating your success too. Now, the Chariot is the energy you're now stepping into. It's almost like you've had a little break and now it's like, right, now I need to face these things full on, you know, whether that's whatever your project is at the moment. This is really moving something in a positive direction and having that, getting the driving seat and taking the reins on something and thinking, right, I don't know, it feels like you've been revitalised over the Christmas period here, Leo. You've had a good rest here. And now it's like the Chariot, he leaves his kingdom. And in fact, I'm sure you got the Chariot in your reading. Attributed to Cancer, by the way. The Chariot really is the energy of, right, now I need to take the reins on this, and I need to face things full on. It could be sometimes, you know, I don't know about you, I can sometimes have a lot of unopened letters. I know it sounds really irrelevant maybe for some of you, but it's that energy of, right, let's just face it, just open the damn letters, read what it says, and deal with it. But this is a very, again, a very positive energy. It's like, well, I know I can deal with it, you know. That's what the Sphinx is in the Chariot energy represents. It's black and white. It's like, you know, where there's black, there's white, and I know I can overcome it. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So it's a very moving forward on something energy. The Chariot also leaves his kingdom in order to do that. So it could be that, you know, you're going to have to, I don't know, not isolate yourself from the Three of Cups, but just focus now on something, moving a project forward. Ten of Cups is what they'd like you to embrace more of. The Ten of Cups is gratitude. It's filling your heart's desires. What makes you really happy? What makes you feel like there's sunshine and rainbows around you? Gratitude does. So therefore, I think there's something about, you know, realising the small things in life and being very, very thankful for the small things in life. Also, again, it's like spending time with those people that make you feel like the Ten of Cups energy. Don't waste your time on people that don't. So that's quite straightforward, wasn't it? Okay, Angel and Aura's message, please and thank you to finish for Leo. We have time to go. Transformation, completion, confirmation and exit. Now the Chariot will move you on your journey. So it's like time to go, time to move something on. They've got their bags packed. Like, yeah, I'm done with that bit. They've got the passport on the side. I'm ready to go. So it can mean, you know, literally you're ready to move and you're ready to go somewhere, or it can mean that you're moving a project on. It's time to pack your bags up, put the old luggage behind you and move on to something new, pastures new. I love that for you, Leo. Right, let me know how it resonates, and thanks as always for being here. Okay, we are moving on to Virgo. Okay, what have we got out there? Nine of Pentacles is a little pre-shuffle that's just popped out. So 29, oh, my pen's running out. 29, 18. So welcome, Virgo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you, as always, for being here. This is your past, your present, your future energies and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Please do also check out your moon and rising signs, as it can often build a bigger picture for you. So let's see. Also, don't forget to check out your weekend readings that I publish every weekend. Okay, so past energy, please and thank you for Virgo. We have the Page of Swords. Your present energy is the Eight of Wands. Very nice. Your future energy is the Four of Swords. And I'm sure you got the Four of Swords in your weekend reading also. Now, what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so Five of Swords. This is some sort of realization coming here, Virgo, that you're now coming out of, that you've just come from the recent past energy. This is you realizing, you know what? You know, this is about people being argumentative around you, pushing your buttons, you know, and really seeing how far they can push you until you actually bite, if you like. But it's kind of like you're softening here a little bit. You're like, I can't be bothered anymore. You know what? Get on with it. If that's what you want, you can have it. You can see he's collecting everybody's swords up. You know, it's like, I want them. They're mine. I'm winning at all costs here. And those people there are walking away. And what makes me laugh on this card is you've got one that's completely got their back to him going, yeah, I'm not putting up with that. But you do have a person here that's turned around and given them a second look at it. So it's like, have you given somebody a second chance at something and now you're like, absolutely not. I've now made my mind up, you know, not getting involved with that. And also that person who's looking around, it kind of, when I first noticed that on that card, it made me think of the energy of somebody going, really? Oh my gosh, really? So it's like you're leaving that energy behind. It's like you've moved away from people that are very quite petty around you, perhaps. Now, the Eight of Wands is how you're sitting at the moment. This is you. This is you being very active, very in alignment with your creative side, what you really want to achieve, your goals, and making plans about them too. You know, this isn't you sitting back going, oh, you know, I'd love to do that. This is you saying, I am doing it, you know, and everything comes into alignment here for you because you are following what your desires are. You've got a fire in your belly again. It's like I don't know, I feel like you've been released from this Five of Swords energy here. And it's like, you know, when you get very much like, this reminds me of a crossbow and arrow. So you've got the crossbow and you've got the arrow, and the crossbows, you know, there's tension, there's tension, there's tension. And then you let go, you walk away, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realise this could happen. You know, everything comes into alignment. That's what's making me feel in my head here. Now, the Four of Swords is what's coming up for you. And again, this is a more peaceful mindset. This is rest, relaxation, and repairing and healing from something. This is you making sure you're taking time out too in order to do that. What happens when we do this is it puts things into perspective for us because, you know, getting down to the nitty gritty of this card, it is basically about having a good night's sleep and making sure that, you know, you're connecting to the universe, perhaps you're meditating, whatever it is that makes you feel more relaxed. You know, this is what you need to be looking at, whether that's walking the dog. It's about prioritizing your mindset as well and keeping it so that it's a nice, clear mental clarity about something, because you can see the three swords above them, but they have a sword underneath them. And for me, you know, in the traditional tarot, the sword underneath is golden, and that's because, you know, he's dealt with that sword, that idea, whatever it may be that's on his mind, because he's had a good rest. And it puts things into perspective for you. So coming up, the energy of, you know, you could even be thinking about going to a group to help you, you know, meditate, learning how to meditate. By the way, there's hundreds of YouTube channels that you can refer to for guided meditation. I really love Pura Rasa. It's spelled P-U-R-A and then R-A-S-A. She has millions of meditations. Also, Claire from Soul Path Calling has meditations on her channel. So please do go and check those out, Virgo. Now, the Eight of Swords is what they'd like you to embrace more of. And this is about you coming, because you can see the Eight of Swords in the upright. It looks pretty, you know, torn, you're trapped in your mindset. Embracing more of this is not what they want. In the upright, what they want you to do is take off those ties, yeah, that made you feel trapped. And this is only your mindset. This is you remove the hurdles that you think are there that aren't really there. It's kind of like, this feels like to me, gaining a little bit of confidence. And I think with the Four of Swords, you've got clarity there of mind. And this is about you not talking yourself out of things anymore. This is about you not putting yourself down anymore. I love that. That is such a lovely energy. And again, how do we do that? I would listen to positive podcasts on YouTube again, or feel-good books. You know, you've got Mel Robbins books. So yeah, lovely, lovely cards. Here comes Bella to say hello to you, Virgo. Right, we're going to finish on an Angels and Auras card for you. And off she goes. What do we have? Evolution. Oh my gosh. Empowerment, transformation, protected and preparedness. Now, I'm very drawn to the fact that's green, and green is the heart chakra. So there's something about you really, I know, evolving, you know, turning into something else, Virgo. Amazing. Feeling empowered. Oh, the cooking bacon sandwiches. I just got a whiff. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Have a wonderful week. And thank you as always for your love and support of the channel. Right, let's move on to the Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libra, we are time stamping you at 35:59. So welcome, Libra, to your midweek energy reading. This is for your past, your present, your future energies, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Please also don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, because that can often give an overall energy picture of your reading too. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. So past energy for Libra is the King of Wands. Present energy for Libra is the Tower. Future energy for Libra is the Queen of Pentacles. What they'd like you to embrace more of is Judgment. Judgment. Okay, so King of Wands is your energy you're just coming out of. The King of Wands is very entrepreneurial, very get up and go. He's the energy of, you know what, give it to me, I can make it happen. Really strong mentorship energy. He's a leader. He's very creative. Often in a job, he would be the team leader, somebody who really gets everybody else going, you know, really lovely, confident, strong energy. So it's like you've had to sit somewhere as a, you know, given this strength of something. It's like you've really made your mind up on something here as a King of Wands too. Now the Tower is how you're sitting at the moment, and this is big change. There's something going on perhaps in your energy that you just know. You know, when you just think, oh my gosh, I feel so close to something, but I don't know what it is. I do feel that's a little bit like that, Libra, but I think I'll clarify this one. Or maybe you do know what it is, but you can feel it's like it's building. That's what it makes me feel. It's literally building up. The tension, the energy, it's like, wow, any day now. This is what it makes me feel. And this is maybe how you're feeling. This is actually a level of excitement about this too, even though it's going to feel chaotic perhaps, or, you know, or just hard work, but it's about change, you know, and change is hard work. Queen of Pentacles is how you're going to be stepping into your energy of coming up after that Tower energy. Lovely. This is you feeling very, almost like an empress. Financially, you just know that there's not much to panic about here, because you know there's enough to go around. You will make sure there's enough money to go around. You're very resourceful with the Queen of Pentacles. There's something about trusting the universe too, and trusting your decisions. Also, it's all about the Queen of Pentacles is very content with what she has. That's what makes me feel very secure, content and grounded. It's like that Tower gives you the confidence to step into the Queen of Pentacles role. Now, Judgment is what they'd like you to embrace more of. Judgment is about waking up, having a bit of a revelation. And definitely the Tower would give you that energy. I want to say with the Queen of Pentacles stepping into that is don't sit there for too long. I feel like you might get a little bit set in your ways there, a little bit too like, oh yeah, I quite like this, but it's like, no, you still need to move on. Something still needs to be done. That's what that makes me feel, especially with the Judgment card. This is like the universe giving you more of a nudge. Now, if you are getting little nudges, again with that Tower, that's what I keep feeling. It's like, I don't know. What I mean by the nudges, I'll always give an explanation. This how I started. The tarot was completely out of the blue. You know, I was flicking through my Facebook and I saw that there was a tarot course advertised and I went for it. Didn't have any desires to do it. I just knew I had to do it. And I feel like that with the Tower here as well, I feel like you're on the brink of something. And with Judgment, it's like, listen to your downloads, listen to your nudges. What are you being nudged about? What do you maybe have to think a little bit more outside the box about too? Because Judgment wakes these people up from their everyday lives. You know, they've been set in a certain mindset to, no, now's the time to look at something completely different. You know, I feel like you've got to colour outside the lines when you wouldn't normally, Libra. So I love that. And as I say, the energy of the Queen of Pentacles that you're stepping into, I feel like Judgment is saying, don't stop there though. This is just a stepping stone. Let's have a look what the Tower is all about though for you, Libra. And with that King of Wands, again, the energy, I just feel like you know that there is something that you can do and turn your mindset and your skill set to that's going to be successful, because the King of Wands is, you know, he's very sure and confident about what he does. Also, do you know what? You've got the salamander on the King of Wands. Now, salamanders are protection against fire. You've got the fire in the Tower there. It's almost like you've already put a level of protection against yourself here. It's like you know this is happening. Let's have a look. Oh, King of Cups. Very Pisces energy. Two kings there too. So at the moment, you feel like you're sitting very emotionally stable. You've kind of made your mind up maybe on a relationship or a friendship. And it's like, yeah, I'm pretty prepared for this. King of Cups is very prepared with his emotions. Because he's been down to the bottom of the ocean, the deepest, darkest depths of his emotions, and he's come up smelling of roses because he's been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So there is something about you feeling very emotionally stable about this Tower energy too. Love that. Very sure set. So let's finish with an Angels and Auras message to finish Libra's reading, please and thank you. We have an Archangel Haniel. Comes in on the silver ray with this deck. So maybe there is something about you being attracted to the colour silver at the moment. The keywords of this card are goddess, psychic, sacred and proud. Very high priestess energy there, isn't it? So it's about you trusting your intuition here too. With that psychic energy. You're really tapping into your emotions maybe with this King of Cups. And realising what needs to come to the surface, you know. But it might cause a bit of a Tower moment, but you're completely prepared for that, Libra. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how that resonates. Have a wonderful week, and thank you, as always, for being here. As we move on to Scorpio. Scorpio. Right, let's timestamp Scorpio at, what do we have? 43. So welcome, Scorpio. I love your timestamp, by the way, 43. I would encourage you to go and Google that to see what that means, what angel number that means. Anyway, I'm going to have to go and pick that up, aren't I? Sorry about that. But we're going to have that in the reading because it literally flew. Oh, it's the King of Wands. So let's have you there. This is your past, your present, your future energy reading. Okay, they're obviously wanting me to get on with it, Scorpio. So I've already distracted now. Your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Along with, please also check out your moon and rising signs. Anyway, I need to get on with this because clearly they're saying, yeah, move up, move on. Okay, and this will be your future energy. Now, because yours have just all flicked out and it's all gone like out of sync for me. It's like maybe, you know, maybe you're out of your normal sync at the moment. Everything is a sign in tarot. King of Wands is your past energy. Love this. This is you sitting very strong, courageous and powerful about something and being really, you know, setting your mind to something and achieving it too. He's very successful, the King of Wands. Very much an entrepreneurial energy, very much a leadership role. It's like you really, you know, rolled your sleeves up here and thinking, yeah, I can make that work. Yeah, easy peasy, Japanesey, bring it on energy. Now, the Page of Swords is what you're sitting at the moment. The Page of Swords is the card of curiosity. It's the card of investigative. So there's something about you having to do some research, look at something for yourself. Maybe you're, you know, looking into some data or communication to do with a new job or a new role of some kind. The Page of Swords can also be the card of looking at somebody, you know, it's following somebody in as much as looking at what they're up to. I might clarify that because it's a little bit with that King of Wands energy. I'm not too sure which way I'm going to say that. It's like you're bracing yourself for some information coming in regarding with that King of Wands energy. And when I say bracing yourself, well, you're arming yourself with information. You're researching something or somebody, wanting to know more. As I say, the card of curiosity is the investigator of the deck. Now, the Five of Pentacles is the energy you're stepping into, which isn't great. But the Five of Pentacles is about, you know, it can make you feel like you're a little bit left out in the cold. This is the card of change because it's a 5. Can be financial too. But what I want to say to this is what I feel with this King of Wands. It's like there's a very can-do energy about this. Then there's an energy of, well, I might look into that and see actually, you know, can I achieve it? Do a bit of market research or something. And then the energy of 2 steps forward and 4 steps back here, but realizing that, what was I going to say about this card? 5 of Pentacles. Realizing that there is a positive to be had and it's not all about looking at the financial side of something. Also, what I want to say is don't get drawn into, with that 5 of Pentacles, the energy of lack. Because you've got to, you know, this church here behind is open all day for people that want to go in and ask for help. Don't know where I'm going with this, I'll be honest with you. I might have to clarify this reading. Because I'm a bit confused with the energy of stepping into the 5 of Pentacles. I don't know if you're feeling lack of confidence even. And that money will actually be the downside of this energy here. But sometimes we have to balance, you know, the money and what fills your heart rather than what fills your pockets. But I know there's a balance to be had there. You know what I haven't done? What they want you to embrace more of. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, this is why I didn't get it out in the first place. There's obviously a reason for this. 2 of Cups energy is filling your soul, what your soul needs. It's also about realizing who's on the same page as you. Now, this isn't on the same page as you. I feel like you might be stepping into somebody having that energy of, but I need your help, Scorpio. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't help them, but just be careful not to get dragged down by them. The 2 of Cups is about being with people who are on the same page as you. It's about realising a lovely bond and a partnership with somebody. Embracing more of that. You know, Page of Swords, maybe that's what you're looking at. I feel like you're trying to get away from this feeling of the Five of Pentacles, somebody who perhaps keeps coming back into your life and making you feel like, oh, I thought I just got over that. Oh, I just felt like I got over that. The Two of Cups reminds you what fills your soul. Be on a even keel with somebody also. Not giving your time and energy to those that, I'm not saying you shouldn't help them by any means, but perhaps you can help them by steering them in the right direction of that church window there. Because sometimes if we keep going back and helping people, they don't then they rely on you. I don't know where this is going, Scorpio. This is the most bizarre reading. Right, Five of Pentacles. I'm going to clarify you. Because I feel like the King of Wands and the Page of Swords are like, yeah, what can I do? Oh, I feel really like strong and I've got my mindset and I'm really going to achieve this. I'm going to do my research on it. Bam, Five of Pentacles comes in. What's that all about? I feel like, you know, all I see here, Scorpio, is you're the one helping this person who's hobbling along. Who's keeping you back? Let's have a look. Five of Pentacles. Nine of Wands is clarified by that. That's interesting. With the Nine of Wands is the card of, oh gosh, you know what? I'm giving up on this now. This is hard work. The Nine of Wands is also about setting boundaries. Again, it's about saying no to somebody or something that just continuously, I feel like, draws you back in again. Embrace more of the Two of Cups. Who are the people that really get you, you know? Who don't actually expect anything from you as a result. You know, if they give you something, it's because they want to. There's a very even give and take here. But that Five of Pentacles, there isn't. Interesting. Right, glad we got there in the end. Okay, so we're going to finish on an angel and aura's message for you. These cards are absolutely stunning. So, Scorpio, you have your guardian angel here coming in on the white ray. Protection, clarity, spirituality, and wisdom is with you. I love that. It's like somebody in spirit has got your back here. Beautiful, beautiful card. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Scorpio. Let me know how it resonates. Thank you, as always, for watching. And don't forget to check out, especially with this one, it'll be interesting to see what your moon and rising signs check out as. Anyway, let's move on to, who are we moving on to? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Right, quick shuffle for Sagittarius. And time stamping at 52:45. So welcome, Sagittarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you so much for being here. This is for your past, your present, your future energies and what they'd like you to embrace more of. If you have any Scorpio in your chart, please go and check that out, because that Scorpio reading was a little bit mind-blowing. Anyway, speaking of which, please do check out whatever your moon and rising signs are too, because that, you know, it can often build several messages, a bigger picture, etc. Anyway, let's get on. So, past energy, please and thank you for Sagittarius. We have Judgment. Present energy, Four of Swords. Your future energy, Ace of Swords. Lovely to see the Ace of Swords after the Four of Swords. Kind of like just clarifies exactly what I was thinking. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Knight of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Okay, so Judgment as your past energy, it kind of makes me feel like you've had a bit of a revelation over the Christmas and New Year period. Maybe you just thought, yeah, now's the time to do this. You know what? I don't know, whether the kids have left home or you feel like you've 2025, you know, perhaps we're stuck in a bit of a rut. 2026 has come along and you're like, yep, I've had my wake-up call and now's the time to do what I want to do, to get out of my box, to get out of that everyday energy and embrace something new. Really love this for you. The Four of Swords is how you're sitting at the moment. This is lovely. This is a very calm mindset. This is also about getting some rest, relaxation and repairing. This is about preparing as well, your mindset. Really love this. It's like, you know, maybe you're in for something. It's like you're doing your homework here. You know, when you decide to do something new, it's like, right, now I need to perhaps take a step back from something, just calm down a little bit. I don't know. It's like you've got, I'm going to say focus here, but that's because I can see the Ace of Swords. There is something about you putting things into perspective and really have clarity of mind. Can be, you know, for some of you, if you are meditating, listen to those downloads, listen to those things that just tumble into your head that you think, oh, where did that come from? This is like, you know, could be dreams, could be anything. Listen to those, because you've got the Ace of Swords that is in your future energy you're stepping into. There is something about downloads and ideas coming from this Four of Swords. This Ace of Swords, this is the mental suit. This is having mental clarity, clear-cut focus on where you really want to go and what you really want to do. Absolutely love that. It's also about getting the truth of the matter, about some communication too. And maybe you being absolutely clear-cut in what you want. You know, there's no grey area with the Ace of Swords. Clear-cut communication. As I say, I really feel like there's a bit of a ta-da moment come here for you, Sagittarius, especially with the 2026 new year. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is what they'd like you to embrace more of. The Knight of Pentacles, you know what, he doesn't move very quickly. I feel like they're saying be a bit patient on some things, because there's other plans that need to be put in place first. You need to make sure that everything's in order, because the Knight of Pentacles, you know what, he's not the most spontaneous of people or energies. And obviously you being a fire sign, you certainly are. You know, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are like, they're the ones in the suit. They're like, let's do this, you know, let's get a fire in my belly. And there's a great drive and energy about the fire suit. But the Pentacles is reminding you, right, okay, you might have this idea. Make sure you've got plans in place. You know, don't go 100 miles an hour at this. Take your time. It's worth taking your time, because it feels like this is something that's a bit more long-term than usual. Can be a relationship, however it resonates for you. That's a very quick one, actually. I feel a bit guilty there, Sagittarius, but it does feel very clear-cut. Yeah, let's do a clarification on the Knight of Pentacles. Or should we do the Ace of Swords? No, let's do the Ace of Swords. Energy of focus, clear-cut focus. What part of your life is this really referring to? Let's have a look. What do we have? Oh, Two of Wands. This is you really definitely making your mind up about something that has been and ahhing about, you know, shall I, shan't I? You can see the Two of Wands is, he's got his wands inside the castle and a wand outside the castle. And that's because, again, like I said, in 2025, I feel like you got very comfortable with something. And now you're like stepping into the energy of, yeah, I really need to push myself outside a comfort zone. And this idea, this Ace of Swords, is like mental clarity. There's focus. Maybe, you know, some of you are actually moving. Some of you are embracing something that will really challenge you. That's what that makes me feel. Love that. I'm glad I clarified that. Very nice card, Sagittarius. Okay. What's the final message from these are the angels and auras messages, is it called? I can't actually see the box. Angels and auras, yeah. Okay. You've got you're ready. You're ready. Now, I absolutely love this card. It's probably my favourite card in this deck, because you can see what's he doing. He's taking the stabilizers off. It's like, yep. It's about balance as well, isn't it? When you take those stabilizers off, there's balance to be. You've got to balance yourself here. It's about momentum, validation, encouragement, and being prepared. Love that. You're definitely prepared, Sagittarius, for whatever 2026. I'd love to know what your plans are. So let me know how it resonates. Thank you, as always, for watching. And yeah, feel free to watch as many as you like. Right, let's move on to who we go. Capricorn. Okay, let's timestamp Capricorn at 59:12. So welcome, Capricorn, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you as always for being here. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Now, I would encourage you, if you have any Scorpio in your chart, please check out the Scorpio reading. It was all over the place, but very, I don't know. There's obviously a very strong message there for somebody. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. And also, you know, check out your moon and rising signs, even if you don't have Scorpio in it. Right, let's have a look. So your past energy for a Capricorn, what do we have? The Fool energy. Your present energy is the Six of Pentacles. Your future energy is the Page of Swords. What they would like you to embrace more of is the King of Wands. Don't want much, do they, Capricorn? Okay, the Fool energy. Now, whether it's because we're coming into the new year, but this is the energy of, oh, you know what, I'm going to start this again, wipe the slate clean, do something really adventurous, something that you wouldn't normally do maybe. Or maybe you've had this idea throughout 2025 and it's like 2026 is my year to actually do it. Take that leap of faith that you wouldn't normally do. You know, it's how about really being adventurous on something. So it's like you've started something new here. You've got that energy of, I want to put it in the bucket sort of thing and just get on with something new. Now, the Six of Pentacles is how you're sitting at the moment. And you can obviously see there's rewards coming in for this Fool energy that you've decided to start something new about. Because the Six of Pentacles is being rewarded for your hard work. It's about your self-worth. It's about contracts, perhaps, you know, balance of something that maybe, you know, you're getting a pay increase. Somebody's, you know, realizing your worth, what you're worth. Maybe you're realizing what you're worth too. And actually, could be that you're putting your foot down and saying, no, I am going to, you know, I am going to charge more money for that. I am going to review how much work I do at work. And I don't know, I just feel like there's a great sense of determination about getting what you deserve for the hard work and the commitment that you give to somebody or something, and feeling rewarded for it. There's a sense of balance that you're feeling at the moment. Now, the Page of Swords is your energy coming up. This is the card of curiosity. It's something about you looking and investigating, doing some research, adding another string to your bow, perhaps. Page of Swords can also be about communicating with other people, or could be, I don't know why I'm drawn to a contract with that Six of Pentacles. I said that, didn't I? And I thought, I don't know why I've just said contract. Maybe because of the scales. Perhaps there's something about a contract here that you're considering, and the Page of Swords is saying, well, do your homework on it, yeah? Let's look at this in a bit more in depth. Get the facts of the matter here. Get it straight, you know, cross the T's, dot the I's here. I might clarify that, Page of Swords. King of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. This is the King of Wands doesn't even think twice about whether something's going to be successful. He can turn water into wine, if you like. You know, I'm not saying he's the card of alchemy, that would be temperance. But the King of Wands is very successful at what he does. And he doesn't even think that it won't work out. He's very strong, very, look at him. He's like really facing things like, yeah, I can. It's a real I can energy. Oh, I love that. It's like he is such a leader. It's about you embracing more of a leadership role. Right, let's have a look. We are going to clarify that Page of Swords energy. What are we researching about? What's to do with that? I really do feel it's something to do with that Six of Pentacles. You know, even if it's like, if you're starting your own business and you're looking at pricing of something, it's like, don't take for granted what you should, you know, have a look, research how much you should be charging. It's about your self-worth as well, Capricorn. Page of Swords, what do we have? Seven of Cups. Ooh, okay. Whatever it is, it kind of puts an end to some procrastination that perhaps you've, you know, been umming and ahhing over many different options here. The Page of Swords is bringing in some communication that gives you that information to make your mind up on whatever these choices are here that you're umming and ahhing about. Perhaps that Six of Pentacles is just opening up you're stepping into like, oh my gosh, I can do it. I'm getting paid for it now. Now what else can I do? Oh, as I say, adding another string to your bow. Interesting. Right. Let's finish with an angel's auras. Angels and auras. Okay. We have a communication, which is the Page of Swords. Accuracy, expression, intimacy, and honesty. I do feel like you're stepping into the energy of getting clear-cut communication about whatever this Seven of Cups is, because that's a bit of a procrastinating energy, not really knowing which one to choose. Page of Swords comes in and goes, right, there's the information. There we go. That's what you need to be doing. There's some sort of clarity coming in there. The key words, accuracy, expression, intimacy, and honesty. Anyway, let me know how it resonates, Capricorn. Quite a cryptic one also, as well as Scorpios. So let me know in the comments below. Have a wonderful week. Thanks as always for watching. And we're moving on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. We are timestamping Aquarius at, oh, what are we at? 1:06:17. So welcome, Aquarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you as always for being here. This is your past, your present and your future energy, what they'd like you to embrace more of. And please also check out your moon and rising signs. It can give separate messages or make sense of an overall picture. Now, if you have Scorpio in your energy, in your reading and your chart, I should say, please go and check that out, because that was probably one of the most bizarre readings in the energy check-in that I've actually done. Hopefully you can make sense of it. Anyway, let's have a look at Aquarius. Past energy for Aquarius. What do we have? We have the King of Cups. I like that. You're in the Tower energy at the moment. I think Libra got that too. So the Three of Cups is what you're stepping into. Obviously that Tower moment is a good one. And what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Four of Wands. Now, King of Cups, I like this for you, Aquarius. I just feel like you've got something out in the open at last. You've worn your heart on your sleeve. You've trusted your intuition on something, and you've really, I think, expressed something very intelligently, very emotionally intelligently. It's almost like in a very soft manner you've done this. You've been very, I won't say strategic as well, but I really don't think you have. I think you've really, rather than overthinking something, just blurted something out, got something off your chest. Come to a realization as well that you need to express yourself perhaps a little bit more from the heart. Now you've got the Tower as you're sitting, and this is about having big change. Maybe this revelation, this even counselling, this can mean that you're talking to somebody, you're getting things off your chest, has led to like big change. You know, you're now feeling like, okay, now you perhaps feel ready for a big change that maybe you've ummed and ahed in 2025 about. The Three of Cups is what the energy you're stepping into. And this is lovely. This is celebrating success. This has been with people that love and support you. This is getting out a bit more and enjoying your life, but with those people that are on the same page as you. It's like finding your tribe, finding that network of people that you really can get on with. You know, there's a lovely mutual energy about that Three of Cups. The Four of Wands is what they want you to embrace more of. Now, the Four of Wands can represent marriage, but it's about stability, home life. Perhaps for some of you, you've decided it's no more working away from home. You know, maybe they're, looking at who supports you within that home life, who makes you feel stable and secure within your castle grounds, if you like. Paying more attention to that energy. These people are celebrating, they've just moved in together too. This is a lovely being on your path energy. Feeling very stable. Love that. I might clarify that one though. Anyway, King of Cups. What? Oh no, I don't do clarifiers on this, do I? I'm going to. Obviously, I need to. Now, shall we clarify the Tower for you, Aquarius? And I'm going to clarify the Four of Wands. Is there a big Tower moment to do with moving home here? You know? And people are within the home life or on board with it too. Are you worried that, you know, people are not going to be on the same page as you with this Tower moment? Let's have a look. Oh, we have the World card. Whew. Wow. This is ending something that you were very successful at. This is, you know, you've got the wreath of victory that's tied up in a bow. It's like, yep, I've done that bit now, and now I want to step into something new. You've been very successful here, but with the Tower moment, it's encouraging you to go to change something, to have a big change on something. It's like you've lived that part now, and now you want to step into the next chapter of your life. Ooh, I do like that. And it could, you know, with that Four of Wands, mean moving home, which maybe is something that you've kind of stepped back from telling anybody. But we are going to clarify the Four of Wands with, what do we have? We have two out. Well, look at that. Don't normally do all these clarifications. I do feel this needed it. With the Two of Cups energy, which you keep getting, Aquarius, and the Two of Pentacles, it's like you can balance the home life. You can. There is a lovely balance to be had of this. You know, are you worried about the financial implication of something? The Two of Pentacles encourages us to say, well, you can do both. Yes, it might be a bit of a juggling act, but it's something you can do. You've got two twos, actually. Two twos. You've got... Twos are partnerships. It's like you're partnering with somebody here too. Embrace more of the Two of Cups energy. Again, being with people that don't expect something from you because they've given you something. Does that make sense? You know, often people think, oh, I've got to pay that back because they've done that for me. The Two of Cups doesn't do that. There's equal give and take here. With a relationship, a bond, with partnerships even. It can be that some of you are looking to go into a partnership. The Two of Pentacles is like, well, you know what? You can do both. Maybe there's, you know, an element of having to move and go into a new partnership. I don't know. But there's a lovely energy of bonding together, collaboration, and starting something new here. Really lovely cards. Anyway, let's have a look, Aquarius, at your final message from the Angels and Auras deck. And we have, your desires are within reach. Faith, patience, excitement, and relief. Your desires are within reach. That's your Tower moment. I really think that perhaps, you know, you're too busy in 2025 pleasing everybody else, and now it's Aquarius' time. So let me know how it resonates in the comments below. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I shall see you. Oh yeah, don't forget to check out your weekly reading also that comes out at the weekends. Thank you. Right, let's move on to the final one of Pisces. I think this is my longest one yet. 1 minute, 1 hour 13 we're at. Okay, 1 hour 13:28. Oh, my pen's just run out. 1:13:33. So welcome, Pisces, to your midweek energy check-in reading. Thank you as always for being here. Just noticed your timestamp is 1 hour 13:33. Lots of threes in there. Okay, let's get on with this. So it's your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too. And if you have Scorpio in your chart, please do check that out, because that reading was bizarre. It might make sense to you. Right, let's get on with this. So past energy, please and thank you for Pisces. What do we have? The Magician. First time the Magician's come out in all the readings. The Three of Cups keeps making an appearance for everybody. I like that. That's how you're feeling at the moment. Your future energy is the Tower, along with Aquarius, who also got that. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is what they'd like you to embrace more of. So the Magician as your past energy. This is the feeling that you can start something new. This is the feeling that of confidence, that whatever you're manifesting, you kind of like, you know, maybe you've got a strategy now about how you're going to go about achieving things in 2026. The Magician is exactly that. He has all of the aces up his sleeve, the confidence of all the aces also. You know, there's like a lovely energy of, yeah, I can with the Magician, and he does. Very, yeah, very connected to the universe with it also. Before this is the Fool energy. The Fool energy is very much like, oh, let's just wipe the slate clean, start again. And the Magician goes, yep, that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm going to actually put it into practice. Now, the Three of Cups is how you're sitting at the moment, Pisces. Like, this is lovely. This is about friendships, networks, getting together with people, communicating a bit more, and realising the tribe around you, you know, making sure that you are spending time and you're, you know, and spreading the love, if you like, with those that really get you, having a tribe around you. Now, coming up, you have the Tower, which is big change. Hey ho, Pisces had the Tower, I don't know how many times in the last month or so, and every Tower reader I listen to, including Claire, Soul Path Calling, Chris, Minnow Pond Tarot, have all said about the Tower. The Tower coming up is the energy of big change. It's like, yep, that's almost like a judgment card here for you as well, Pisces. Like, now's the time. This is my year. This is what needs to be happening. Eight of Pentacles is what they want you to embrace more of. This is what your desires are. You know, the Eight of Pentacles is the card of setting your own goals, your financial goals. It kind of encouraging you to focus on that more than what you're doing at the moment. You know, for me, you know, my goal is expanding my tarot and going into mediumship. My job, you know, is a necessity, but maybe I need to start, as I say, being a Pisces, focusing more on what my goals are and taking practical steps towards achieving those goals. Let's have a look. I'm going to clarify the Tower for you, Pisces. Thank you. What's the big change? Oh, my giddy aunt. Can you believe you've got the Magician, the Fool, and the Tower? The Fool, the big change is just wiping the slate clean on some aspect of your life and starting something again with a real adventurous energy to it. A very confident, let's just go for it energy. Absolutely lovely. So let's finish with your angels and auras and message. Please and thank you for Pisces. What do we have? We have a law of attraction. Yes, so the law of attraction, what you put out to the universe, you get back. Very important with the Fool energy and with the Tower energy, actually. It's reminding you to give some action, some thought, some deep feeling, and feel that too. Feel that energy of what you really want, and diligence. And on this card, you can see there's a person with their head, an outline of her head, and it's got affirmations on. It says, my angels are with me, life loves me, I am beautiful, I am prosperous, and everything is going to work out. How lovely. It's a lovely message to finish on for you, Pisces. Exciting for 2026. So let me know how it resonates. Thank you so much for watching this, and take care. I'll see you. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, and also your weekend readings that I publish. Thanks as always, Pisces. Have a great week. See you soon.